Hello students, how are you all? Hope your assessment test number 1 is going very good and you are all enjoying your online first experience of your online test. So today we will start with our sixth chapter, Two Gentlemen of Verona. It was written by A.J. Cronin and we see that he was born in 1896 and he died by 1974. By training, he was a doctor, and while he was practicing his medicine in Wales and in London, he was having some health breakdown. During that time, when he was bedridden, he wrote a novel. His first novel name was Hatter S. Castley, and it was really a good success. So, being that a success, he started giving up his medicines. Like he stopped practicing his medicines and he started the career as writing, and he wrote number of short stories and his best novels. So this title, Two Gentlemen of Verona, is a earlier plays of Shakespeare. This story tells us the hard life chosen by two young boys, Jacopo and Nicola, and his sister Lucy, who was suffering from tuberculosis of spine. And these two boys, they were working hard to get the payment for her treatment in the hospital. So here, as the speaker, they were coming to the foothills of the Alps. The two boys, they stopped them in the outskirts of Verona. It's the place Verona where the speaker and his friends went to enjoy the holiday. And on the way, foothills of the Alps, the outskirts of Verona, these two boys stopped this guy and the driver. They were selling the wild strawberries, and the driver of them refused to take that, seeing the ugliness of these boys wearing this unugly dress. They were stopping and they told that they can get in the when they go to town, they can get more nice fruits. But the speaker refused for that and he was purchasing those strawberries. At the meantime, the companion of the speaker was talking to these guys and came to know that this Jacopo and Nicola are brothers. Their elder one is Nicola and he was 13-year-old, and the younger one was Jacopo, who was only 12 years. And they were carrying a big basket of fruits to sell them. And they bought the strawberries and they went to their way, and the speaker and his companions, they also entered their hotel. The next day morning, they could see these boys. They were polishing the shoes, selling newspapers, and busy in their work. They even held these guys to buy cigarettes and come to their companions and to the speaker, whatever they wanted from the shop, and even they booked seats. They even booked seats to the best hotel. They used to tell them, inform about the good hotels, and they were doing the tourist work also. They were taking the tourists as a guide and they were taking them to several places like where they can get good things, and they were giving good ideas about the thing. And even though they were taking the tourists to the tomb, Juliet's tomb, which are the places interested. Now, they were earning money by all these means of working hard. They were earning money, but they were not spending on their clothes. Even though they were spending a lot of money, earning a lot of money, they were not spending anything on them. nor on for their food. They were just working hard. On that, the speaker asked them about this, and they were asking, are you earning this money and keep saving it to go for any, you want to go for states? Then they were telling, we want to go to states, but now we have some other plans. And they were talking for a few seconds, few minutes. At the time, the speaker tells him that we had finished our holiday trip, and on Monday, they were talking on Saturday, and on Monday they will be leaving to their place. And they were asking, what can we do for you on this day for the help you have shown to us, the favor you have shown to us, and the help you have given to us. Then, while talking, Nicola shook his head, saying nothing, but Jacopo, he burst out, saying that every Sunday we visit to the country to Poleta, 30 kilometers from here, and we used to hire a bicycle. If you are free, can you please take us to Poleta? Hearing that, he was in little disturb because the speaker's driver, he used to have leave on those days. On Sunday, he used to get leave. So speaker agreed and said, okay, I will take you. And they started for Poleta through the hills to the tiny village. There they could see a red roofed villa, where they wanted to go. Then the boys went in, making the speaker to wait, and told that we will come in an hour. And the speaker was waiting. Then he wanted to know, अंदर क्या हो रहा है, जाने की इच्छा है ना. Then he rang the door, and a lady came out in a nurse uniform, and he was astonished to see her. Then he asked about the boys. Then she told, आप यहाँ पर आ जाइए, खिड़की से देख लीजिए, लेकिन आवाज़ नहीं करना. And he was seeing that boys are talking to a young girl, and he was like, who is she? And the girl was also very happy talking to them. Then he inquired to the nurse, and the nurse told all the stories about these boys. She was telling this girl, they had a father. The father was a widower. उनकी माँ पहले से गुजर चुकी है, और वो आदमी विडोवर था. And he was a singer. He sings nicely. He sings well, and he was a singer. And he died in a war. And after that, the other thing happened. The war bomb attack. The house also was destroyed. And after a while, they came to know the only sister, जो उनकी sister थी, लड़ाई में, वॉर में क्या हो गया, उनके पापा की जान चले गए. जो एक ही पेरेंट था उनका, मम्मी पहले से गुजर चुकी थी, और ऊपर से क्या है, ये वॉर में बॉम्ब के अटैक की वजह से इनका घर भी डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया. अब कोई नहीं है, अनाथ बच्चे क्या करेंगे. ऐसे वो वहाँ पर शेल्टर लेके रह रहे थे. तभी कुछ ही दिनों में पता चलता है उनकी बहन लूसिया को क्या हो गया है, ट्यूबरक्लोसिस स्पाइन में हुआ है. स्पाइन मतलब पीठ की हड्डी में, है ना. तो ट्यूबरक्लोसिस है, एंड शी इज़ बेड रिडन नाउ. अब वो एकमात्र सहारा है इन बच्चों की. शी इज़ द एल्डर्स. सो दे आस्क्ड, रिक्वेस्टेड for the treatment in the hospital. They refused, and they were agreeing. These children told that every weekend we will work hard and pay you the money, so you keep her because we don't have any house. And every weekend they used to pay her. So like this, these boys were earning the money, doing lots of work, and spending for the treatment of their sister Lucia. After knowing all those things, the speaker came and stood out, waiting for the boys, seeming like he didn't know anything. And the boys came and stood beside him, and they were traveling to their place, to the city. And the boys was they were keeping those things in secret. पूरा देखो सीक्रेट के तरह बना रखा है, इतना बड़ा दुख उनके अंदर है लेकिन नहीं बताए. And the speaker also did not want to say or want to make them feel unproud कि मतलब मैं जान चुका हूँ तुम्हारा सीक्रेट. अगर किसी को पता चले तो कितना फील होता है कि मतलब अरे मैं कितने चुपचाप से मतलब हम लोग कर रहे थे, हमारा रहस्य दूसरे को पता चलेगा तो कितना फील होता है. सो ही डिड नॉट वांट टू शो दैट एंड ही वाज वेरी प्राउड, फीलिंग प्राउड फॉर दिस बॉयज. And he was thinking about what these children at this age they were going through. 12 and 13 age means it's small kids only. They are working very hard, they are taking tourists to places, they are selling fruits, they are selling newspaper, even shining shoes. They are working hard in this hot sun to earn money for the treatment of their sister Lucia, who is suffering from tuberculosis. After that, after knowing all those things, even after the treatment, like 12 months are over, now they have the hope that their sister Lucia will get up and she will walk and even she will sing again. And they had that faith and hope in their face, the happiness was there, and the speaker also did not say anything. So they traveled to the city and everything was over. So this was a story, Two Gentlemen of Verona. By this story we are getting a new hope for human society, like some even how lovely they were having a sister. They were having so much of love for the sister Lucia that they sacrificed everything. अब आपके लाइफ में देखो आप लोग क्या है 16 years 15-16 ईयर्स के हो, है ना, फिर भी आप लोगों में जितना पैसे खर्च करें वो भी कम रहता है आप लोगों के लिए. लेकिन उस एज में सोचो 12-13 एज में वी आर ईगर टू गेट समथिंग. उस टाइम में इतना खाना खाने की मतलब भूख ज़्यादा लगती है, ज़्यादा वी आर wanting to have something or the other. But these children, they sacrificed everything in their life, even though they were working hard. पूरे दिन भर ये काम करते थे, पूरे रात भर काम करते थे. इवन midnight they used to sell all the newspaper to some other place. They used to wait for the bus to come, and they put that newspaper in the bus to take that newspaper. And the morning, day before the day itself, like they used to put the newspaper in the bus from Padua. They used to carry all the bundle of newspapers which has to be taken to Padua, which has to be sold in Padua, and they used to keep this in the last bus of Padua. And in the midnight they come and sleep for a few hours. In the early morning they used to again get up and sell the other newspapers in their city. Then they will sell and get the fruits from the trees and all, and they used to carry it from places to places and sell them. Even they used to shine the shoes in the hot sun. They used to sit and polish the shoes. Then lots of work they were doing. What all work they can do, अभी आप लोग भी नहीं कर पाओगे. You people are also refusing to take a glass of water from the kitchen if your mom is telling. You want everything in your hand. But think about these children. At this age, they are doing all sorts of work which the elders also cannot do. है ना, आज के एडल्ट्स भी करने के लिए मीन्स 20-25 के लोग भी करने के लिए दे आर टायर्ड. अभी कुछ करेंगे, अरे इतनी